Students in the 21st century are faced with a new set of problems based around the question, what is appropriate online behavior? If we do not teach them how to be safe and responsible online, how can we expect them to act that way? This is why making digital citizenship a part of the curriculum is so important. Digital citizenship is online etiquette, literacy, and digital footprints. We propose a half-year course for all new freshmen at our school. Focusing a course on digital citizenship will not only create responsible young adults, but it will also expose them to the tools necessary for success in their time at Tech High School and beyond as they enter the collegiate world and the workforce. In the first year, we would like to introduce the course as well as start a committee to make changes to the program or plan as needed. The committee will also be able to identify areas our staff needs professional development to ensure buy-in from the teachers and students, as well as our successful implementation of the program. Looking towards the future, we want to expand the program, breaking online literacy into a separate course to give students a richer experience with the great number of tools applicable to the classroom. As we expand, we'll need a tech director to monitor and ensure the school has the infrastructure to maximize the program. As our students learn to be responsible digital citizenships, the district will have the ability to consider and adopt a bring-your-own-device policy for students that would include laptops, tablets, or even cell phones. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a closer look at what a course on digital citizenship will look like. Here's a sample module taken from the course. The course would follow the International Society for Technology Education, or ISTE, standards for learning. ISTE actually has a standard dedicated to digital citizenship, as you can see in Standard 5. This will not be the only standard focused on in this course on digital citizenship. Our incorporation of online literacy with digital citizenship will allow many of the ISTE standards to be incorporated throughout the course. Looking at our sample module, this module asks students to explore what it means to be a digital citizen. Students will work in small groups to create a public service announcement about digital citizenship. The module is broken into 3 lessons. The first lesson will address responsible researching and using reliable resources. In this lesson, students will be using ISTE standards 3C and 5A. Students will have a checklist that will give them the necessary information to determine the reliability of a source. The teacher will provide a screencast that students can refer to on what a responsible search looks like when trying to find reliable sources. The second lesson will incorporate Google Docs as a collaboration tool and will require students to work together in an online environment. This relates to ISTE Standard 5B. So students will view the notes and will use a Google Doc in order to collaborate with their classmates to start writing a script for their public service announcement, which will be their final product. In the third lesson, which will be the final lesson in this module, students will be creating their finished product. So here, students will be exposed to 3 different production tools that would allow them to create the public service announcement. The public service announcement, when finished, will need to be published online so that the teacher and their classmates can see their final product. This publishing process will also begin to build a positive digital footprint for all the students and expose them to what internet publishing looks and feels like. The push for digital citizenship education is not simply the desire of a few teachers who want to use more technology in the classroom. It is we've compiled a few of the research articles that we've used to back up our desire for this course. One of the common threads through all of the research that we've read is that misbehavior in the digital or online world is no different than any other misbehavior by a student. Is we cannot expect students to meet expectations that we have not clearly set out before them. And one thing that this digital citizenship course will do is allow students to see a set of expectations and rules that they're supposed to follow, just as every teacher does at the beginning of the school year when they establish the rules for their classroom, and just as our district already does in establishing what is acceptable behavior and what we expect from our students. Is this world needs to be combined with the digital world. Currently, our students are living in two different worlds. Is they're expected to unplug and stop using technology when they enter the school building, and then are left to their own devices, both literally and figuratively, when they leave school and how they need to operate in that digital world. And the more it seems like two separate lives that they're living, the more likely they are to engage in irresponsible and dangerous behavior online. If we can incorporate that online world into our school environment, our students will be much more likely and much more able to engage in responsible and safe behaviors online when they're taught what those expectations are and what exactly is responsible, safe behavior online. Hopefully this presentation has made it clear why digital citizenship education will benefit our students and the community. All of the information here can be accessed through Digital Citizenship EDT 503.weebly.com for you to reference, along with our contact information that can be found under the contact tab. Thank you for your time.